Cheers and welcome my friends, I'm Horath and we are playing Imperator Rome pre-release. This is our Sparta series and we are at war with Macedon. This should be maybe one of the last wars that we do with Macedon. I plan on taking all their lands. And our siege stack is doing some work over here and our heavy infantry is also doing some work. So I'm actually pretty happy with how things are working out. So yeah, these stacks are still big enough that they can take the Macedonian armies on, but they're not too big that they would attrition themselves to death. So that's great. I'm hoping to get some more slaves for our capital, although we want to treat these areas kindly. Yeah, we'll have the sacking of Larissa be gentle. Right? There's no point in really going nuts with the plundering if we want to hold on to this area ourselves. Oh, yeah, I also need to take this. Listen, since there's no siege for you to take part in, maybe I'll just go over here, siege that down. We have a couple of foreign citizens naturalized, so that they can lead our armies. We really need to do something about our families. I will absorb all the prominent Macedon families into my country. Plan on doing that. Manpower-wise, this should still be fine, I hope. Just gonna make sure that these two armies can help each other. Yeah, there've been questions about if you can see what tactic the opponent is using, and the answer is no. You have to make an educated guess what they're probably gonna use. If they're Greeks, they will probably use their superior phalanx stance. This is just great because it reduces the casualties that you take for the other side as well. But since we have such a high discipline, it doesn't really matter. They're still gonna get their butt kicked, right? So how's this? Yeah, they still have that border fort over here, so I'm gonna send our lights over here, I guess. And do we just try to take their capital? Actually, not 100% sure. Maybe sieging down their capital might be a good thing. They still have 50 cohorts, so I'm expecting some rather heavy fighting. But yeah, every fort that we take is gonna be a step in the right direction. Okay, one more slave pop to Sparta. Beautiful. Come over here. Yeah, that's also still not protected by a fort, so just coming into the area with forts. Fog of War is still a thing, so we don't really see what's going on there. We have a very good admiral with 8. Phrygia has 22 ships. Where's the Phrygian revolt? These guys have 14 ships. Macedon has 16 ships. So, in principle, we got the naval superiority against any one of their ships, but not as a whole. So if they band together, yeah, they have 40 ships. And that's gonna spell bad news for me. Kinda don't get... Yeah, no, I'm not in a war with Phrygia as well, just with the Phrygian revolt. Okay. Yes! Let's export the wine to get that navy, that reduced upkeep. That's good. Still microing the thing. Okay, so yeah, this is probably not a good idea to have this army stand right next to 30k. I don't know. Find out. Put our siege stack on that fortress. They seem to be a bit afraid. Their leader is really good though. Patience is a virtue. Acrotatus is mad that I haven't offered him an office yet. Hey, listen, son. You're just not good at things. I mean, okay, I can make you the philosophers. Yeah. be philosophers, they're as bad as the incumbent. Now, do we attack this stack? I kind of think so. Unless we want to wait until they get their 30. The rest of their 50k. Okay. Gonna wait until these guys are committed, I think. And force march in there. Ooh, it's gonna be a bad day for Macedon. It'll also be a bad day for me if they manage to do too much damage in the beginning, but I don't think they will. Take that. Macedonian ninnies. The war exhaustion reduction is probably pretty helpful for us, but I think I'm just going to take the monthly loyalty. It's very valuable. Yeah, would you look at that. It's another crushing victory. We'll move up. Gotta be careful not to split ourselves off too far, and we gotta take the force march down on here. Let's take the force march away. That's good. That's good. So we'll take those two places. Once this thing is sieged down, we'll get most of this area under our control without having to siege it. I just have to be a little bit mindful that yeah, we have no attacks by the Phrygian revolt, so I think we're fine there. We could maybe go over to Phrygia and get a couple more slaves for ourselves. That's the thing. I'm saving my oratory power to pass some laws. Yeah, and this is a problem now. We'll actually pull them out. I would really like to just pull them into my own lands to reinforce them, but this will have to do. Just do a temporary pullback. Got another slave pop over here, and this fort is gonna fall soon, I think, so... And this will be reverted. There have been questions if you can farm slaves by doing this, by sieging a thing, getting a slave, then letting it be reverted. I think so, but I don't think that's really the way to go. That's just gonna get incredibly boring very soon. Okay, we have 920 pops. Ooh, and my son has given us some money. I like that, gotta say. And that's another pop. You're no longer Macedon's friend, right? No. Byzantine, Empire, Dardanian revolt. They're a migratory tribe. Okay, you're landlocked, but you have reduced ship costs. Long may it benefit you. I'm sure that these kinds of kinks will get ironed out in the future. Okay, so I want the precious metals, I think, again, if we can get it. Marble is also nice, though. Local provincial loyalty, but the capital is always loyal, so that's not incredibly helpful. We have the surplus in the capital already in terms of iron. I think we'll just go precious metal. Yeah, let's get it from Egypt. We had it from Macedon before, but now just do this. Yeah, there can be no hostile reinforcement. So no one can try to break the siege, which is why I'm very comfortable sieging this down with the lights. So yeah, light infantry siege stack, very, very good. I think what we're gonna do now is siege down that capital. Don't think it's worth it to siege these guys down to just get some slaves. I don't think that's entirely worth it. Because we want to knock out Macedon. We want to take away their fighting ability. So how do we best approach this? Actually, there's still one province that isn't protected by the fort in Pella. which is this one, Beroya. Which means I can park an army here and reinforce. And then I'll park another army over there. No, go down here, here, here. I don't want you attritioned. More than absolutely necessary. So far this war has been rather easy on the manpower. But I think mainly due to superior combat stats. What I could do is actually slaughter a pig to make people a little bit happier. We might actually have to deal with dropping provincial loyalty. Yeah, that is kind of a thing. Well, they're still at 100. I mean, as long as they're at 100, we're fine. It's just a level 1 fortification actually, so we're totally fine there. Yeah, they still got 53 cohorts. I have no idea what they're doing with them. But okay. It's your game. It's your thing. Maybe I should actually put the Basileus in charge of the siege stack, because then we get to decide what we do with the cities. If this general decides to... No, Admiral's dead. That's not good. So... Who's the next person? Nippos. Yeah, he's a foreign citizen. Platon. Filleted. He's disciplined. Both of these guys are really old geezers. There's Capellinos Heladid. It's the brother of the general of the siege stack. Should we create that kind of power cluster? He's rash, selfish. I don't know. This guy is gonna... Yeah, this guy has cancer, but maybe, just maybe, it's worth it to make him into a... into a citizen after all. I'm gonna lose some loyalty, but we'll probably get stuff back. Okay. Welcome to our country. You're gonna command the fleet now. I'm expecting this fleet to come out. I think in this total, the Seleucids ships are actually counted into this. And yeah, they're kind of all around the world. I won't really be able to use this. Okay, so they're trying to... Oh, no! Okay, so they're going over here. Right, they're not attacking the siege, that's interesting. I'm gonna wait until these guys are committed. Right, they are now. Let's run. Now look at this. The archers are just getting slaughtered here. This cohort can no longer fight. Every time they go into battle, they lose like half their manpower. That would be a terrible drain on our manpower. As long as we don't attrition ourselves, I don't think archers are any good. We'll march out again. I think what we could do is, when the siege is almost over, we could maybe just march our stack in there. Hey, look at that. We have 3 siege engineering. Commander's also helping a bit. If the siege is almost done, we march our general in there. Pull this group out. Call it a day. Okay, no slaves from this. That's fine though. Considering we're fighting a huge enemy alliance, it was actually going well. From battles, +3. Really? We only get... I mean, yeah, that's actually true. We only fought 3 big battles. But look at that. They always had the bigger numbers. They always lost. This is what it means to be a Spartan. Question of competence. After weeks of nervous looks and smirks at code, the whispers circling the palace have finally reached the ears of the Basileus. It seems that someone has been spreading rumors and spinning yarns of his unequaled profligacy and unfitness for the throne. He's actually a pretty good ruler, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No one can freely insult the Basileus. Why do you think you live? In a democracy? That's not gonna happen. These guys must feel very safe. Why are you not loyal? No, loyalty is changing at least. I could bribe him, but I kinda don't want to lose my points. So we'll just leave it as is. Economy is fine. We're losing a little bit of money as it is, but it's okay, as to be expected, I guess. Good thing is we can basically separate piece out all these guys, all these partakers. Let me just check. Yeah, I mean, the Phrygian Revolt actually has 2 areas here that I want to take over. They are in Thrace, but yeah, maybe we don't need to take them right now. Now that I come to think of it, we might not need them right now. So we'll take over the siege. Slanderer spills all. Yeah, it's him. Who believes that guy? The traitorous snake who attempted to demean the name of Acrotatus Aegiad has been identified as none other than Arius Aegiad, who quickly confessed to his crimes. How shall we deal with him? Do we want to corrupt him? Gives him 10 loyalty. I think this guy is hopelessly lost for us. Yeah, 0.17. Forget him, his reputation is ruined. Yeah, he loses a lot of prominence. That is actually quite helpful. I'll march these guys out to make sure that... Well, I mean, it's a giant city, so we're not going to attrition ourselves too much here, but still. Let's just do this. The city is about to fall. Now, if we have to reinforce this army, we're kind of lacking the stack, but yeah, this was perfectly done. I mean, I could totally just sack the place. But I don't want to kill those citizens. I don't want to do it. So we'll just do this. 7 pops captured that have been distributed as slaves like this. So 1 to Sparta, 2 to Ambracia, and 4 to Corinthos. This is pretty awesome, because we're still lacking a bunch of slaves over here, so... We'll send 1 to Phoenica, we'll send 1 to Helicranon. Send 1 to Omphalion. And that's as much as we can do for now, at least. Right, but maybe we get further victories and stuff will be moved for us. This doesn't look good for Macedon, I'm just saying. And yeah, I mean, that guarantee from the Seleucids. Sure. So a country across on the other side of the earth is guaranteeing you? Please tell me more. So we're forcing their fleet out. Yeah, someone wants to import iron from Hellas. Do we really have... Really? We're just producing 1 iron though. Aren't we using that ourselves? Okay. Oh yeah, that leader has bad martial skill. It's also 74 years old. What is it with these old admirals? I chose mine because he has cancer. I wonder why you chose yours. Because if he dies soon, these guys won't be very loyal to him. Having old admirals and generals is actually not a bad idea. Okay, another slave pop to Sparta. Do they have any more fortresses? No. They just exist without any forts. That's funny. Come on, capture a couple of ships, please. sacking of Aseros. Let the looting be gentle, I guess. Where are the population centers? Yeah, we destroyed the Macedonian fleet. We did get a ship. That's nice. That's pretty nifty. No, wait. Where are they fleeing to? Mare Egeo. No, we can catch them. Yeah, we can. Okay, that's going to be the complete destruction of their fleet, I think. Yeah, we're victorious. And we'll get another ship. Awesome. Don't have to pay for those then. Alrighty. We have one of their armies coming towards us. This stuff is very well populated, I feel. So, rich loot, lots of slaves. No idea why they're not protecting it better. They shouldn't really have the money to have that many cohorts now. Yeah, at least they are forced to fight. Pull you up. Don't want to have the light infantry fighting in this. So they're moving into Aseros. We'll wait until this thing is done in terms of siege. Oh no. Okay, this is not great, but just hoping that my other good general comes in. General skill makes a lot of a difference here, because the dice rolls are only 6-sided dice, whereas in Europa Universalis they are 10-sided dice. The faith of Acrotatus Agiate. Never has a more devout man existed than Acrotatus. Our people clamor at the very door of the temple, demanding that we declare a feast in his honor. 4 years additional omen duration. Our omen is almost over. We basically just spend the stability for 1. Yeah, sure, why not? Why not? Hell yeah. Okay, we are victorious. Our admiral died though. That's a bit of a bummer. To put it mildly, bit of a bummer. You dying. So why... Yeah, I want you to go the other way, please. That would be nice. Alright, another omen. How is our province loyalty looking? Yeah, it's still trending upward, so I see no reason not to go with more population growth. We could go research points, I guess, but... lighthouses, more commerce income. Ooh, 10% more research. Yeah, we gotta do this. We gotta do this. For sure. Come on, get out of this province, guys. Okay, stop with the forced marching. Paeonia wants military access. What are you doing? Yeah, sure. You can march through. I don't care one bit. Just do your thing, I guess. Okay, 1 slave pop to Sparta. 2 pops died. It's not a good ratio, but we'll live with it. Yeah, these guys have really fallen from grace. Definitely below the amount of pops that they started with. We're on our way to actually reaching 1,000 pops. Looking forward to that. It's already a lot of population. Especially because those are not like wild barbarians and tribesmen. Those pops are citizens and freemen. And slaves. Yeah, Olympic Games, for sure. While we bombard everyone else. Why not have some fun games? Athenodorus Soticid. Okay, got other military access. How strong is the Phrygian revolt? There's 61 cohorts and 14 ships. And we can definitely take Cyprus from them. They have no way of defending that, I think. If we got more ships. Okay, another pop to Sparta. Just carpet sieging these dudes. That's a lot of slaves that are pouring into our capital. How's it in terms of pop growth? Yeah, 0.52. We could definitely... Okay, we're exporting this, and we have the surplus in the capital, so we got all the things. Don't think we really need to put this somewhere else. Surplus in the capital of vegetables would reduce the slave move cost. That could be pretty helpful. We're making 6 units of grain now in the capital. Holy hell. It's a lot of grain. It's a lot of slaves working there too, which is just like historical Sparta. Keep these guys in the back row. Look at that. We really didn't lose a lot of men during this war. I think we did exceptionally well here. Wait until these guys are committed. Maybe give our king a win here. Yeah, it doesn't look too good for you, Macedonians. Yep, okay. That's Philippi. They're down to 2 provinces now. They still have 53 cohorts. I wonder where they are. If they're all hanging out here. Listen, let me just attach to Soticid's mercenaries. I can, if I wanted to. Phrygian revolt. Ah, these guys. If I find the ones that have been taken by Macedonia, I can actually lure them away. I mean, not that I need it, but I want to demonstrate the feature, I think. That would be fun. There are a lot of mercenaries with war elephants. That's pretty cool. I definitely want to do a campaign with Carthage at some point. Probably on super high difficulty then, just to make it interesting. Yeah, these guys have no more morale. It's going to be a stack wipe, I think. They want olives from Crete. Totally fine with that. And the Olympics concluded. The highlight was during the Stadion, the most ancient and revered of foot races. Archibius in the last place. In last place for the majority of the race, stole the victory by mere moments after Hirex of Odrysia tripped and fell, causing all the athletes behind him to join him on the floor. That's not good. Snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. That's horrible. Yeah, actually what we could do, let's just put someone in charge of this, alright? The Proctids are still mad. Maybe I should give a general position to one of the Proctids. Maybe not though, I mean... This is not gonna allow us to fully annex Macedon, that's for sure, but... we can do our best. Okay, now slave pop to Sparta. 26th, 22nd, 20th. Sounds about right. I wonder if these guys are gonna be out. No, they will not. Yep. Let's give this guy some more victories. I think we might wanna triumph him. Yep. And could probably also hold a triumph for our own ruler, but fine, we don't need more popularity. So this has been taken. Macedon has been completely fought down. Oh yeah, these guys can't flee, so complete and utter stack wipe. Ah, from 9 battles, 8. We never lost a battle though, so well, we're not getting more of this. Oh, this is fine. Next time we can just move down to Phrygia. Hurt them a lot. Might maybe keep one army back home. Just move downward with the siege stack, but then on the other hand... yeah, I don't know. Byzantium. That's just 2 places on friggin' revolt over here on these islands, so I doubt that they really have access to this or can defend this. It's gonna be weird fighting these guys. We need to win a couple more battles so that we get a ticking war score. And we could probably negotiate with Macedon. So province. Thessaly. Yeah, Macedonia is too much. Macedonia Secunda is actually 100 war score, so we could try to do this. That would reduce them to ashes. Separate peace, minus 25. The war balance, still minus 8, really. I think you gotta kind of face the realities of this war, which is that you get utterly crushed. And yeah, we really didn't go down in manpower too much. I think we started with 37,000, so through some clever management, we actually managed to lead this war in a very sensible fashion, I feel. Alright, so we'll have these guys siege those 2 places down. That should be not a problem at all. And then I guess we're gonna move down to Cyprus, and then from Cyprus, which belongs to the friggin' revolt, we'll try to make inroads into this. This is actually a pretty populated area. This is the the starting capital of Phrygia, so there are a lot of slaves, a lot of freemen, a lot of citizens in there, and no fortress. Which means if we get this, that's gonna bump a lot of slaves back into Sparta, which we kind of want. Have to think about redistributing these guys to somewhere. Although with a capital province that produces grain, you never really have a problem, because you can just redistribute, or you just get more pop growth. It's both totally fine. So yeah, probably building more marketplaces in the capital would be pretty helpful. In any case, I'm going to end it here. This might be one of the last episodes pre-release. I'm not sure how my time is going to be then, how much free time I will have in terms of schedule. I'll try to keep at least a daily episode of this series. Might not be able to put out 2 per day, because that's actually a lot of episodes per week. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you join us for the community multiplayer. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.